I bought the most powerful handheld gaming PC and even turned it into a gaming PC setup. Okay, so inside of here is the most powerful handheld gaming PC, and it's basically the new version of the ROG Ally from Asus. It kind of looks like a Nintendo Switch, but this thing is literally a gaming PC that has a 120 Hz screen, so it's really good for gaming. And since this one is the ROG Ally X, it is the newer version of the ROG Ally, which itself was already really powerful. And also, you guys could even use this thing as like a gaming PC, since this handheld literally runs through Windows operating system, and it has a built-in graphics card as well as a really powerful CPU inside of here. And I'm pretty sure compared to the regular ROG Ally, there's definitely a few performance increase from the ROG Ally X. And yeah, here it is. You guys can see this thing is literally like a Nintendo Switch. It literally has the Joy-Cons, the buttons, all that stuff on this 120 Hz screen. So it's honestly perfect for gaming at a really portable spot, which is basically what this thing is made for. It's literally just made for portability while being literally as powerful as your like gaming PC. So, but yeah, another thing you guys can notice from the ROG Ally X is, I mean, the color difference. This thing is a completely black, while the original one was a complete white. So not only did the specs definitely get better, but the design is completely changed. And here it is. Oh my, this thing actually looks so nice. It actually looks super clean for a portable gaming PC. You guys can see the Joy-Cons over here. I'm not sure if the input would be like controller or keyboard if you guys actually use like the Joy-Cons and like the buttons and stuff. Inside, we also get obviously the charging cable for the ROG Ally. What else we got in here? We got like a little box right here. And I'm pretty sure the ROG Ally did come with like a stand. I remember the original ROG Ally had like a cardboard stand, so I'm not sure if the ROG Ally X has it. I think it might just be this thing right here. Yeah, this thing right here is like a cardboard kind of stand for the ROG Ally. So if you guys are like connecting a keyboard and mouse to it, you guys could use like these cardboard stands. Pretty cool. You guys could just align that up and just put like the ROG Ally just like that. All right, but nonetheless, if you guys take a look at the specs that this thing actually has, the ROG Ally X has an AMD Z1 Extreme CPU, which is basically an 8-core, 16-thread CPU inside of this gaming handheld. And I'm pretty sure the specs for the CPU is the complete same for the original ROG Ally, but the Ally X is like more optimized for gaming, which is definitely really good, making it even more powerful. This right here is the J5 Create JVA 14 4K game station, and I've been using this thing for recording, and it low-key goes crazy. The setup is really easy. It's literally just plug and play with no drivers, no extra setups, literally just HDMI in and HDMI out, and as well as USB to your PC or Mac. And the main thing I love is that 4K pass-through, so I'm playing in full 4K with no lag and no quality drop, and it still captures at 1080p at 60 FPS. Also, the latency is pretty much zero. Like, what I'm doing on screen is exactly what shows up on my stream or my OBS. There's no delay, no desync. Plus, it works on everything from Windows to Mac, and also Twitch and YouTube, as well as having a built-in audio mixing, so you can drop commentary or voiceover straight in without needing extra gear. So if you're trying to level up your stream or content, make sure you guys grab the JVA 14 and use my code J5XKing for a discount. And make sure you guys check the first link in the description. This thing is a true game changer. And then this thing is running with the Radeon graphics. Even though it is Radeon graphics, it's definitely still very powerful combined with the CPU. And with that, we also have 24 gigs of DDR5X RAM inside of the ROG Ally X, which I'm pretty sure is an upgrade from the ROG Ally, since the ROG Ally only had DDR4 RAM, I believe. Either that or the RAM increased in the ROG Ally X. So really good upgrade on that end. And I actually remember the original ROG Ally ran Fortnite at about like 200 FPS. So the ROG Ally X should definitely push about like a 300 FPS hopefully. But let's go ahead and plug this thing in. The RGB on here is actually really bright and vibrant. I remember the Joy-Cons lighting up and like the bottom parts lighting up. So yeah, holding this thing is also really like not that heavy. It feels pretty light. Really similar weight to like the Nintendo Switch, that's for sure. sure. And then you guys can see like the top parts, we have a bunch of IO ports. You can also connect a graphics card like the ROG XG Mobile onto here and make it even more powerful. Really, really solid for a gaming PC. This thing literally only costs around like $700. So it's pretty cheap for a gaming handheld gaming PC. There honestly wasn't a huge price jump between the regular ROG Ally and the ROG Ally X, which is really, really nice, especially since this is a completely new upgrade with a ton of other features. But let's go ahead and power this thing on and take a look at the RGB. Oh my. Yo, with the black, this thing looks so nice. Holy, this thing looks super bright. It looks so cool with like the black design, bro. Yeah, you guys can see like the Joy-Cons lighting up. I'm pretty sure that's all that actually has RGB. I thought it honestly goes all around. But okay, something else I just noticed about this handheld has like buttons on the back. I'm not sure if the original ROG Ally had that, but these are kind of like those custom controllers where there's like controller paddles on like the back and stuff. That's actually really sick. But yeah, here it is. Absolutely insanely powerful for a gaming handheld. You can even connect this thing to a gaming monitor, and there you go, you literally have like a budget gaming PC as well. So yeah, you guys can see this thing just operates as a gaming PC. Really, really good. Let's go ahead and just set this thing up first. Okay, so now I have the ROG Ally X loaded up, and if you guys take a look at the system information, you guys can see it does have the AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme, as well as the 24 gigs of DDR5 RAM. And first, I'm just gonna test out playing on this thing literally just with the Joy-Cons and the controls. There is an option to actually plug in your keyboard and mouse literally through USB-C. But first, let's just go ahead and try this thing out literally how it is. All right, so first off, just taking a look at the max FPS the ROG Ally X could get. And with the Z1 Extreme processor, you guys can see we're getting about like 240, 250 FPS right now. Yeah, it's pretty consistently running about like 220 to 240 FPS right now. And the display on this handheld is only 120 Hertz at 1080p. So we're literally just running above the 120 FPS that the screen basically could run. So it's already really smooth. And actually using like these Joy-Cons and stuff, it's literally registering it as keyboard and mouse input, which is definitely really weird. You guys can see as I'm moving, the keybinds do not change to like a controller input. I'm gonna quickly just try and play on this thing. I don't know how to actually use it. It's kind of just like controller and like Nintendo Switch combined. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to actually build on here. I'm trying to place the builds, but nothing is happening. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and just plug in a keyboard and mouse, and this thing will literally just be a gaming PC. But yeah, you guys could play this thing using the built-in controls, but it's honestly just not ideal at all unless you're playing this thing anywhere else. Other than that, this thing is like not optimal at all. Okay, so I can go ahead and just use the cardboard stand that it actually came with. I honestly didn't think I would use this, but we can go ahead and just use it and make this thing really helpful. And then from there, we just need like a USB-C hub. You guys can see the two USBs. That's my keyboard and my mouse connected already. Simply just connect that thing to the ROG Ally X, and then boom, there we go. We have the keyboard and mouse connected to the ROG Ally. So yeah, really simple, just like that. You literally turned a handheld gaming PC into a fully functional gaming PC. And I mean, from here, this thing is literally just a gaming PC. Oh my God, bro. The game is actually running like really smooth. I did not know the Z1 processor is this good. Like right now, as I'm building, we're still running like 180 FPS, which is just crazy to me. Literally a small handheld gaming PC is this powerful, bro. That's actually crazy. And I honestly see the performance difference between this ROG Ally X and the regular ROG Ally. I feel like the FPS is definitely more consistent on the ROG Ally X. Like the Z1 processor inside of this handheld is definitely really good. Definitely feels pretty fast. We're not getting like any FPS drops at all. And then combined with the 120 Hertz screen, this thing is just amazing, man. It honestly works out really well as a budget gaming PC. But obviously, you guys could use this thing as a portable handheld as well. It's just the controls are like really weird. Okay, so now that we're in an actual game, if you guys take a look at the max FPS we're getting right now, the ROG Ally X is still running close to 180 FPS in an actual game, which is just crazy. Yeah, this thing is just super powerful. Even though we're literally running with the Radeon graphics on here, the screen is definitely really small, so I kind of have a hard time seeing the opponents, but I think we should be good. Okay, I am experiencing a little bit of frame drops in an actual game, so we are dropping below the 120 FPS mark. We're only dropping the FPS a little bit, not too frequently. I just gotta see in like an actual fight if the frames drop tremendously or whatnot. 15. Oh my, bro, it's actually hard to see this guy. I'm not even joking. Edit. Edit. Oh my. Oh my. Cracked. 200. Okay, so there was definitely a decent amount of frame drops fighting that guy. I think it dropped below like 110-ish. Honestly, it didn't even drop too much, which is definitely still very good. But yeah, something I am facing is it's definitely so hard to see the opponent, bro. Cracked. Oh, that guy's one. That guy's one. Hold up. Let's take this. 200. Definitely ideal to connect this thing to a monitor if you're honestly gonna play on keyboard and mouse, but we are playing this thing still kind of like its handheld use, other than the fact we're not using like the Joy-Cons, which are kind of just impossible to play on. Yeah, we're still running at about like 120, 130 FPS right now. It's honestly still very, very smooth. It definitely does get frame drops though. In an actual game, this thing definitely still gets frame drops. It drops down to about like 110, sometimes like 100 FPS. Someone literally right here. Open the door. Ready? 200. Let's go. I definitely feel like the ROG Ally X is definitely better than the regular Ally in like more consistent frames. Because I remember the regular ROG Ally definitely was getting a lot more frame drops than what I'm currently getting. So I can't see this guy. Yo, the display, bro. The 7-inch display is ridiculous. I'm not even joking. You gotta have like your entire face in front of this thing. Full box? Bro. Okay, yeah, it's honestly just like a pixel running at you. But fighting that guy, I don't think the frames kind of dropped anything below like 110. It definitely dropped a little bit. I like felt it through like the screen, but I don't think it's anything crazy. So this thing definitely still runs the game very, very smoothly. I think there was someone over here. Yeah, there's someone right here. Oh. Cracked. Where? Oh my, bro. Chill out. Cracked. Oh, bro, it's so hard to see. It's actually so hard to see. I might honestly plug this thing into like a monitor, bro. It would definitely be easier to see if you're actually playing with like the controls. But since I have this thing keyboard and mouse and it's kind of like back a little bit, that makes it definitely harder to see. But let's go ahead and try to get another kill. I definitely just saw a guy crouching somewhere. There we go, yeah. Yeah, like, come on. I saw that somehow, but I didn't see anyone else. There's someone just chilling up here. Hopefully I can get a shotgun. I could probably like steal a shotgun from him real quick. Oh, let him run in. Edit that. There we go. There we go. Perfect. That's literally what I need to do. Okay, we gotta chill. There's no way. There's no way. I cannot even see this guy. Okay, so I went ahead and just connected the ROG Ally X to a gaming monitor. And from there, this thing literally just functions as a gaming PC. And as you guys can see, we're still running through the AMD Radeon graphics, but it's just literally 2 displays now. And also connecting this thing to an external monitor did give us a slight FPS boost as well. You guys can see the max FPS we're pushing to is about 160, 170, 180-ish FPS right now. Yeah, honestly, if you guys want to have like that PC experience with this ROG Ally X, I definitely recommend connecting this thing to a monitor. It definitely helps a lot because you obviously can see people a lot easier as well, but you're also getting a slight FPS boost in that as well. So definitely a win-win. Okay, perfect. 200. Where'd this guy go? No, that guy was one shot. 24. No, I gotta reload. What? Oh, bro. Yeah, with this monitor, I think we're definitely getting a decent amount of FPS boost. 38. Okay, he's running away. He has a shotgun too. Yeah, for $700, this thing is actually performing pretty well as a gaming PC, that's for sure. Like, you could turn this thing into a desktop gaming PC, but if you guys want to also use this thing portable, it also is really good that way as well. So this is honestly a really good handheld gaming PC. Right now, we're running at about like 140, 150 FPS or so. Frames are definitely a lot more consistent after connecting a monitor, that's for sure. And it's actually a lot more playable since I could see people. Oh, no way, I missed. No way, I didn't see this guy. I boxed him and everything, bro. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Wait for it. Wait for it. Reset that. Crack. Full box. 200. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Okay. 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 My shotgun didn't reload, but all good. Bro! Oh my. If I lost that. If I lost that. If I lost that. Yeah, I mean, you guys can tell a huge difference just from plugging in a monitor. I can finally see people and the frames are a lot more consistent, which is definitely really good. Full box. Crack. No way. There we go. I missed. Edit. 200. Oh my. Crack. 200. Oh, yo, this thing's actually smooth. It's so much smoother once you plug in the freaking monitor, man. Please, okay, there we go. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 I did not see him. Wait for it. Oh, oh. Right here. Where are you? There we go. There you are. Perfect. Boxed him again. Oh, you didn't get it, bro. Oh, 200. You die. You die. Can you die? There we go, bro. There we go, bro. Definitely runs really, really smooth, especially when you plug it into a monitor. Yeah, really good handheld gaming PC. Let's go, bro. GG's.